That's okay. I'm all together now. Emirates. That better not be y'all. That better not be y'all. That better not be y'all. Because if y'all was supposed to come get me, that's why. Because I'm sick of y'all flying off into. Oh, that wasn't even y'all that went that way, huh? If y'all didn't. I told y'all to come pick me up. No, because I told y'all to come pick me up. I gave y'all plenty of time and everything. And every time I turned around, y'all was just flying off into the sunset without me. And I told y'all just to stop by here and come pick me up. Oh no. Okay, I'm my bad. Child, I was talking to Emirates. Emirates Nim, we finna have an altercation and is and do. Great evening, y'all. Great evening, great evening, great evening, great people. Hey Tracy, hey 444 Goddess, Pretty Angel, Boss Betty, Divinely Chosen T. What it do, Booski? Romeo Rodriguez, what's happening, honey? One, Jay Causey in the building. Shout out to the community. What it do, Big Mama Nim? Modeline, Shanari, I hope I said that right. Soaring Dove 846, Secret Sky, Peekaboo Nim. What a dooski booskies? What y'all was doing? Hey, intuitive sweet Nim, Nika, y'all come in, tap the screen, share the live, share the love. What y'all was doing, Charles? Hey, honey, one and this is y'all came on in this thing, didn't it? I'm so happy and so grateful you are here. Hey, Gonzalez Nim, how y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well. Hey, Tiffany. Hey June, Anthony, I'm trying to call y'all as y'all come in. Y'all come in, tap screen, share the live, share the love. Welcome to Bible Clarity Day 3. Bible Clarity Day 3. Child, listen. I'm just telling y'all right now. This is why I came on here early because let me just tell y'all who I love, right? Let me tell everybody what we're doing. Welcome. If you are new, welcome to the community. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. This is Bible study, y'all. It's Bible study. We are reading the book of Genesis. Okay, we are reading the book of Genesis. Hey, Miss Trillion Dollars, Nim. Look, this gonna be the Bible like you ain't never heard it before, and baby, it's finna hit the fan. We're not gonna cuss. We're not gonna say no cussing words. But we finna get real about this here word. Cause baby, it's going down today. It's going down in the TMs. It's going down in the TMs. I told y'all I was gonna use it. We're doing Bible study, y'all. We are in the book of Genesis. Today we are doing Genesis chapter 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Okay. And it's finna go down. We finna see it. Look, it's spiritual Bible study. It's spiritual. Wait a minute. See, I'm going to didn't call Emirates them. I'm gonna catch them, and they were supposed to come pick me up, but they be acting like they ain't got enough room, so they be leaving me here. Y'all tap the screen, share the live, share the love. Child, let me just have told y'all. Now, let me just preface this and say this is not your regular Bible study. Okay, we is gonna get a word from the Lord. Hey, Lionel Nim, we is gonna get a word from the Lord, but we is gonna have a discussion about this, baby. And I'm gonna just tell this. We finna talk about a little sibling rivalry today. Yep, that's coming up. We finna talk about some sibling rivalry. Then we just finna get a little history after that because we doing 4 and 5. We finna find out about the ancestors, Nim, where we. So listen, I'm just told you right now, okay? We said, and is. We still upset with them, child. Y'all should have heard. Disclaimer: this is not your regular Bible study, so don't come over here with no religiosity. Don't you do it, because you don't know what you're going to get in this here Bible study. Hey, Tammy Nim, y'all tap the screen, share live, share love, but we going to talk about this word. Now, that's what we going to do. We's going to talk about it. All God, right? It's all God. It is all the Lord. But we gets real over here, so y'all can get ready. I hope y'all got y'all Bibles. For those of you who are new, I am reading out of the NLT. Why I keep looking over there? Because the planes, and I just know it's about that time for Emirates Nim to come, and I'm waiting on them to come pick me up because I told them I could do the Bible study up in the air. I told him I could do it. So I'm just waiting. I'm making sure I don't miss my ride. My ride is coming. They coming. So I'm reading out of the NLT, y'all. This is the One Step Closer Bible, the One Step Closer Bible. You can actually get this Bible. It's on my Amazon link. The link is in the bio. Yeah, because if I'm a cuss them out. I'm not gonna cuss them out with real cuss words. I'm gonna use because it's Bible study. We is rated PG over here, Padre God. I'm gonna keep it rated PG. But yeah, they gonna get these words. I don't cuss a whole lot. Y'all know that. I don't be saying a lot of cuss words. I just say sometimes they be slipping out because it just sometimes, I'm gonna stop looking because I'm probably gonna get mad. Hey, Veronica Dim. Y'all tap the screen, share live, share the love. Welcome to Bible ClariTEA Challenge Day 3. Y'all, we finna get ready in this thing. We finna find out what's going on. This is the beginning of sibling rivalry, ain't it? I can't be bothered. Thank you for sharing the live, dearest one. We are learning about the Bible. We're learning about creation. We're learning where a lot of the stuff that we are still dealing with right now comes from, because there's nothing new under the sun. Thank you for sharing the live, honey. There's nothing new under the sun. So this is going to be an hour of education, okay? An hour where we can openly discuss whether you agree or whether you don't, the things of the Bible. If you was that on this morning's message, y'all, when I was talking about Pastor, I still don't know his name, but Pastor, he catching a lot. Now, I want to say something. See, this is why I don't get involved in stuff. I shouldn't even say nothing, huh? I said what I said. I'm not going to say nothing else. Okay, yes, I am. I just want everybody to keep their judgments to themselves. That's how I feel. As long as you are doing the Lord's work and you're doing things for the right reason, I don't have no problem with how people, I can't speak on how nobody's bringing people to the Lord. I can't, as long as that's what you're doing and you're doing it for the right reason, as long as people are following Jesus, I ain't got nothing. It ain't even my business. It ain't even for me. I can't say what his conversations are with God. Let me just say that, or his or anyone's. The focus is on Jesus. The focus is on our walk with Christ. The focus is on the Lord. And as long as that remains the focus, then I don't even care. I ain't got time for it. And I'm just gonna say, you lucky I ain't got no DJ off in this thing. Cause baby, we be crunk up in this morning's message. Y'all just wait. You wait till I get me a DJ, and think we ain't gonna be trapped out, turned up in that thing, trapped out tarot. I'm gonna do it. You just wait. The Lord gonna bless me, and I'm gonna have a DJ, and then he just gonna know it ain't even gonna be choreographed. Like me and him, me and her. It could be a woman. Them who DJ in this thing? Ain't nobody DJing anyway. I don't know. And then we just gonna be on the same wavelength. And then I be done said something, and then I be done said a song, and then boom, the song gonna be playing, and that's just that. I don't know. That's how I feel in my spirituals. Anyway, I hope y'all have had a fantastic day. Can I just tell? All right, Southwest Nim, y'all be safe. Where y'all going? Y'all should have came and got me. Y'all don't be imagining and visualizing yourself. Oh, it's coming, baby. You just wait. God is going to bless me. There's a whole vision for what I'm doing, y'all. God has given me the vision. We are just making it happen. Okay. We are making it happen. We're actually in the process of doing that right now. And all of y'all are a part of that. So thank you so very, very much. Whether you tap in with me in the evenings, whether you tap in with me in the mornings, thank y'all for being a part of my vision. I'm so truly grateful for y'all. Right? This was just an addition. This is just something Padre God does. He threw a wrench in my system, child. He did, because I wasn't expecting to do this part, but it's whatevs. We serving the Lord. We are serving the Lord over here, and that's just that. Everybody has their own assignments, and everybody's gonna serve the Lord in the way that He has given to you. Okay, so just know that. And some of y'all finna step into that. Okay, y'all tap the screen, share the live, share the love. Cain and Abel. That's what Genesis chapter 4 is about. Lord, here we things finna get real. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? You need to have a church. We already got one. What's the scripture say? Where two or more are gathered, there I am also. We already at church. We are the church. We already having church right now. I don't need no church, child. I always say thank you, God, for the abundance of flights, business, and pleasure. Child, put me on one. I just be seeing myself. I be seeing myself. Plane to anywhere. Drop it in the chat. Plane to anywhere. Where would you go? Let's visualize and make some things happen. Y'all, somebody, let me tell you something. Now, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I was supposed to stop, and I did. Lord, I'm not a dog, and I don't love, and I ain't addicted to money, cars, and clothes. But somebody got something going on in this thing today. I can smell it. It's I haven't. Yeah. Anyway, back in the gap. Back in my younger, back in the day, I don't encourage, and I'm not encouraging anybody. But somebody don't smell like, to me, they didn't need no encouragement. They didn't need none. They was doing that all by themselves. I was just saying, um, I might should roll the window up, shouldn't it? Probably so, because it's just permeating my, you know what? Let me get back to, I don't care what, I ain't got nothing to do with what you do now. That's your business. Egypt, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that, but somebody clearly, I don't see them, but baby, they got this whole, look what we just talking about. Exotic Nim. I'm on hypnotic, exotic, no polo on my body. Anyway, don't be, see, y'all be getting me distracted. We're finna to talk about, y'all, why the sky look like that? Lord, is something on fire? Ooh, look at the sunrise. I know y'all probably be like, she all over the place. I really do be. That's how my mind works. Something don't look right over there with that sky. What's happening in Los Angeles? Anyway, I hope everything's safe over there. Anyway, baby, somebody has got it going. Do you understand? Anyway, I'm back. Let's talk about Cain and Abel. We are on Genesis chapter 4 today. Things finna get real in this thing. I'm gonna have to take these spectacles off so I can read, because I'm not finna play around with my eyesight today. I was trying to play around last night, and these words is too small, and I cannot read with these glasses on. So I'm finna take these spectacles off. We is finna talk about Cain and Abel, sibling rivalry. Sibling rivalry. This the thing, you can't be mad about no. We ain't even got started yet, can't it? We ain't even started, and I already got something to say. Y'all get ready for this commentary. You might as well get ready. Child, it was, I don't know, somebody, I don't know what it was, some smog or someone that smog, I don't know what they did, child, but it's a whole different color over there, and the sun that went down. Lord, I hope ain't nothing on fire around now. Anyway, I'm back. We finna get started. Here we go, y'all. Sibling rivalry at its finest. We finna talk about it. Cain and Abel them. Cain and Abel them. I don't know if any of y'all got siblings. Y'all ever had a little sibling rivalry in through y'all's establishment? Oh, it's them, y'all. They probably heard me and everything, child. It's them little folks right there in front of me, child. I was loud, wasn't it? And it's them. They got it. She had it. I seen it. That's what it's blowing, all of the smoke. I want all the smoke. It's blowing right through the vents. Never mind. Okay. It's God know my heart. God know my heart. Anyway, I'm back. I hope. Let me roll it. Let me get this window rolled up. Cause babe, I'm being had a contact. Wait, I need a little bit of air. Hold on. Let me roll that. At its finest. Let's see what we got. 3 younger brothers. I'm the oldest of 4 and only girl for a whole generation. But see, you the only girl, so they ought to be protective of you. Ain't nothing on fire but the blunt. Check. Say that. Okay. It is. It's already in the car. Hello, Blue the Wise Nim, middle child of 5. I have a sister and I have a brother. I didn't really grow up with my brother. He grew up with my dad, and then I grew up with my sister. Twin brother, two sisters. Y'all, it was a whole gaggle of y'all little people them. And child, mom and dad and them was getting the business in, wasn't it? Why everybody got so many siblings and stuff? Anyway, that ain't my business, huh? I was just saying that's a lot of y'all. Anyway, a Rolling Stone, wasn't it? Two sisters and two. See, why everybody got so many children? Anyway, we finna talk about Cain and Abel, child, and this one of the ultimate sins. And some people, it depends on how much you pay attention. Okay, you do realize that Cain was the father of the Canaanites, and this is as we go further into the Bible, you'll have some more understanding. Canaan, which actually ended up being the promised land, but we will come back to that. We'll come back to that. The land that that was promised to Abraham and his ancestors. Anyway, y'all ready? Genesis chapter 4, Genesis chapter 5. We gonna do these two. We gonna give a little commentary. Okay. I'm the baby of six. My goodness. And I don't get along with my sister. Oldest of five, two siblings on dad and two on mother's side. Well, this what I'll say. All of us, I think, whether you talk to your siblings, whether you don't, I think that all of us experience some degree of sibling rivalry, right? If you are an only child, there are certain things that you will never understand. Some siblings are competitive. Some siblings don't even talk. Like me and my brother, we really don't talk because we grew up different. He grew up with my dad versus I grew up with my sister. Me and my sister talk periodically. There's no beef, but I can be transparent and say my sister and I have had our share of problems. Um, it of course it didn't lead to murder because we's all still living, but true story, y'all. Me and my sister fought like several years ago. We had like a fist fight in the middle of the street, like Christmas Eve. I was going somewhere, and me and my sister had a real fight. Like she came out swinging, and I was trying to be nice, right? And so I was like, "This my sister, man. I love her. I don't want to da 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 da." And baby, she came out. Message. She came out and swung, and it was over with. And I slammed on the ground, and it was a wrap after that. I felt bad afterwards because my children were right there. But some of y'all never experienced that. Maybe you have cousins or, something like that. But baby, me and my sister done went down through there. We done been down through there. But ultimately, it all comes back to that's my sister, and I love her. My mom only had two children, me and my sister. So I would never want anything to happen to her, but I definitely understand what it's like. There have been years and periods of time where she and I have not spoken. Me and my brother don't really talk as it stands. Just nothing wrong. There's no beef, there's no animosity. We just live different lives. It's not like some families are very close knit, and I think that that's also generational as well, y'all. The way that my mind works, the way that I think about things, I think a lot of things are generational. My family on my mom's side, everybody, it's like we have different lives, and it's not really close knit. It's not really, family functions and cookouts. You know what I'm saying? Versus on my dad's side, I don't really know anybody from my dad's side, right? I didn't grow up with either side of my family. So, or like either knowing really either side. So I think that these are also generational curses that we have to break, because ultimately, if you think about the Bible, the goal is family. That like Abraham, and it's him and his entire family. Everybody was blessed. And I think that what happens over the years is that our families are divided and separate. Child, I'm still looking for Emirates Nim. I'm gonna hear y'all in separate. And so I think that that's what creates a lot of dysfunction versus if you look at other cultures, and I can't speak for any other culture besides my own because it's the only one I'm familiar with, right? So you look at other cultures, and They have close-knit families. They work together, they're cohesive, which makes them stronger, right? It makes them stronger. And I do believe that that is the goal message, and that's one of the things that we need to try to get back to. I encourage this, and this is the thing. I know this is true because even with my own children, it's not that they have any problems with each other, right? But they're not close. They're not cohesive. And I want that so bad, but I also understand, like, once everybody's in a different place. Like, we're right now, we're scattered all across the United States. Everybody's in a different place. And so I want to have those, the close knit. I want to have, like, where everybody, and we see these things. And so I think that the goal, and one of the things that God wants us to work towards, is getting back to that and really understanding the family unit, because that's the way that he blessed everyone. And we pray for our children and the other pieces of our family as well. Just like I pray for my sister, my family. Whenever I come on here, I say that prayer as well, right? Like, protect my family, my children, my community, their families. So I think that family is something that's really important, but I also understand that in our culture and as we grow up, as we move through life, we're very divided, but that's also what makes us fail. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about Cain and Abel. Okay. We've been to do Genesis chapter 4. Child, let me take, now I'm not going to be able to see y'all comments now. I'll put my glasses back on when it's time. Oh, let's do it. Let's get to it. Genesis chapter 4. My goodness, here we go. Child, I feel like I got to take a deep breath for Cain and Abel them, because this is just, they just finna do the whole most. Ready? Or to do it. Genesis chapter 4. Now, Adam had sexual relations with his wife Eve, and she became pregnant. When she gave birth to Cain, she said, "With the Lord's help, I have produced a man." Later, she gave birth to his brother and named him Abel. When they grew up, Abel became a shepherd while Cain cultivated the ground. When it was time for the harvest, Cain presented, here we go, it's a real page turner. Cain presented some of his crops as a gift to the Lord. Abel also brought a gift, the best portions of the firstborn lambs from his flock. The Lord accepted Abel and his gift, but did not accept Cain and his gift. This made Cain very angry, and he looked dejected. Y'all ready? Here go. Here go God. He came to Abel because he knows, all seeing. I see you, Cain. What's wrong? I do the commentary after I read it. Okay, let me read it first. Why are you so angry? The Lord asked Cain. Why do you look so dejected? You will be accepted if you do what is right. But if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you, but you must subdue it and be its master. Okay, let's pause. Let me put these spectacles on. The Lord had already known that Cain was going to feel some type of way. Okay? Lord say, Cain, look, I know what you're thinking. Because, see, God know our heart. He knew Cain's heart. I know what you're thinking. Sin, he already knew what Cain was thinking and what he was finna to do, Lord. Cain, sin is crouching at your door. I know you feel dejected, but you really gonna be rejected if you do what I think you finna do. See, God already knew what Cain was finna. He was mad. I'm angry. You chose him over me, and I'm mad. I'm mad. And so he was like, listen, don't do it. Don't do it. Here go Cain. One day, Cain suggested it to his brother. Let's go out into the field. See, he was plotting. He had to sit down and make a plan. He said, let's go out into the field. See, this just like that slippery slurping, that serpent last just yesterday. Here we go. Sin crouching at the door. One day, Cain suggested to his brother, let's go out into the fields. And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Cain, cuz ancestor Cain speared him. What? I want to. Is this how we be, Lord? Uno momento. Is this how we be when you tell us not to do something? Now, ain't nobody, y'all better not be killed nobody. I'm sure y'all wouldn't be watching me. Well, maybe you are. I hope you ain't watching from the jailhouse, then killed somebody, Lord. But this how the Lord, this how you be with it. You know what? I got to get, let me get back to the word. Afterward, the Lord asked Cain, where is your brother? Where's your brother? Where is Abel? Like, not that he didn't already know, but listen at Cain, child. He got a whole attitude and said, I don't know. Cain responded, am I my brother's guardian? Now you is talking to the Lord, the creators of the creator of the heavens, the earth, and everything. And you got an attitude? You got an attitude. See, this go right back to his mom and daddy. See, that's where he got that from. Had a smart mouth, was getting an attitude, and you know you done messed up on some things. And then you gonna get smart about it? I don't know. Am I my brother? Who did? Let me put my glasses on because there's some of y'all finna understand this. Y'all remember what's the movie? What's the movie? Why I can see it. What's it called, y'all? Was it New Jack City? I think it was New Jack City, wasn't it? Nino Brown. Is that the right movie? Why is that movie popping into my spirituals? Am I my brother's keeper? Didn't he holler out and say, yes, I am? No, I'm not. No, I'm not taking on anybody's responsibility. Nope, I'm not. Then you got an attitude and you know you did wrong. That's how people do, don't it? Where's your brother, your mama, your sister, your daddy, everybody? I don't care. Amen. Ain't that how somebody do you wrong? They do you dirty. They do something wrong. Then they got an attitude and act like you did something to them. Well, first of all, God had already told you not to do what you was thinking about doing. See, God already knew what Cain was getting ready to do. He came to him and said, don't do it. Don't do it. He knew what he was finna do. You in your feelings, you mad. That's also the importance. Thank you, Lord. That's also the importance. That's why you can't do stuff. That's why it's like don't do stuff when you're angry because you might regret it later. Don't say stuff. Don't do it when you're mad. Take you a breather. Go puff pads. Whatever you do to get your spirituals in order. He knew what Cain was finna do, and Cain did it anyway. Okay, I'm back. I don't know. Am I my brother's guardian? But the Lord said, what have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out from the ground. Now you are cursed and banished. Wait a minute. It's finna get good. I got something. Yeah, cuz though I got something for you. Hold on. Now you are cursed and banished from the ground, which has swallowed your brother's blood. No longer will the ground yield good crops for you, no matter how hard you work. From now on, you will be a homeless wanderer on the earth. Here go Cain. I laugh every time I read this. Cain said, my punishment is too great for me to bear. You have banished me from the land and from your presence. You have made me a homeless wanderer. Anyone who finds me will kill me. Wait a minute, my guy. Wait a minute, let me put these spectacles on. Now you sorry? Now you didn't kill your whole brother. The only one you got. Y'all the first people named, the first brothers in the world. You didn't kill your brother, and now you talking about you sorry. Now you feel some type of way when you was finna get ready to kill the little fella. Why you didn't feel no type of way then? My punishment is too. What you thought, God? What do people think when you do wrong? What do people think that God is gonna do? Do you think God just gonna be like, well, I'm gonna just let that ride? Like, imagine doing something really bad. This is where we talk about karma, right? Like, what you thought God was gonna say? He told you not to do what you was thinking about doing. You did it anyway. What you thought he was gonna say? Like, oh, it's just all good. You the first murderer on earth, on the whole earth is like, what you? Here you go. Anyone who finds me will kill me. The Lord say, oh, no, 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 no. You ain't going to get off that easy. Mm-mm. No, for I will give a sevenfold punishment to anyone who kills you. Then the Lord put a mark on Cain to warn anyone who might try to kill him. So Cain left the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Now, this was crazy. Because God still love us even when we do wrong. Because I have a note here that I wrote when I was reading this so many times, so many different things. I get different revelation every time I read the word, y'all. Even then, didn't seem like it, because he felt like his punishment was more than he could bear. But you realize that God protected him even then. He still made sure he still had descendants, because they still played a role. So even though he said, God, Cain wanted to die, they gonna kill me. Nope, because it's people that you got to give birth to that's gonna do great and amazing things. Even though a lot of them ended up being bad, we'll talk about that later. But he still protected him, and he said, no, you're gonna have to live this out, playboy. You gonna have to live with this. You're gonna have to serve your sentence and reap your karma for what you did. You're not gonna be able to just get away with this and think, oh, I'm just finna die. No, 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 no. You're gonna have to serve for this. And that's the same way with any of us, y'all. The descendants of Cain. And baby, let me tell you, this, we talk about generational stuff being passed on. Listen, y'all. Cain had the descendants of Cain. Cain had sexual relations with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Then Cain founded a city which he named Enoch after his son. Enoch had a son named Irad. Irad became the father of, Lord, here we go. Didn't I tell y'all? I'm going to just tell y'all right now about these names. I don't want to hear it. If I just say MJ Nim, y'all just going to have to read these names yourself, because ain't nobody got time for this. I don't know who wrote this. I don't know who named these people. These syllables don't go together. I told somebody this the last time I read this. These syllables don't even go together in the English language. How who I'm gonna do my best. Tell y'all right now, don't y'all go to talking to me, talking about child. She sound like she read at a second grade level. This the way this Bible set up with these names, these syllables do not go together. Do you understand? I don't care what y'all say. Spirit ancestor names. Anyway, here we go. Enoch had a son named Irad. Irad became the father of Mehujael. Mehujael became the father of Methusael. Y'all, I'm sick of y'all in these names. I'm sick of Methusael became the father of Lamech. Don't even go, these syllables don't go together. Lamech married two women. Two. Is that called polygamy? How many it mean you got to have more than one wife? Y'all do realize that everybody in the Bible had like wives and mistresses and stuff. Anyway, I'm back. We'll talk about that later. That's another conversation. Lamech married two women. The first was named Ada, and the second was Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal, who was the first of those who raised livestock and lived in tents. His brother's name was Jubal, the first of all who played the harp and flute. So see, that's why God said, no, I'm not okay, and I'm not gonna kill you, because it's some, even though you wasn't about nothing, you got some folks that's gonna do some great and amazing things. Lamech's other wife, Zillah, gave birth to a son named Tubal-Cain. He became an expert in forging tools of bronze and iron, weaponry. Tubal-Cain had a sister named Naamah. One day, Lamech said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. See how stuff get passed on? Listen to me, you wives of Lamech. Why you had to say it like that? Ancient ancestors, Nim. Anyway, I'm back. I have killed a man who attacked me. You just couldn't do right either, huh? I guess that stuff, y'all reckon that like murderers and stuff, I don't know no murderers, thank God for God. I don't want to know none. I don't even think I want to talk to y'all for real in the spirituals because y'all started some stuff and it just got worse. So I don't even think I want to talk to y'all. Y'all can only come for these little chapters where I mention your names and then y'all can't come back because I don't think I care for y'all energy very much because of what y'all did. Y'all started all of this and it just gets on my nervous system because yeah, y'all was wrong. You was wrong. So y'all go ahead, get your little 2 minutes because if I don't mention your name no more in the Bible, well, anyway, love you, thank you, but anyway, God forgives me too, love you, but you ain't gonna be mentioned no more over here. Anyway, I have killed a man who attacked me, a young man who wounded me. If someone who kills Cain is punished 7 times, then the one who kills me will be punished 77 times. The birth of Seth. Adam had sexual relations with his wife again, and she gave birth to another son. She named him Seth, for she said, God has granted me another son in place of Abel, whom Cain killed. Y'all reckon that's the beginning of like being disowned? I ain't never thought about that before. Y'all reckon that they disowned Cain after that? Probably so, because he had to go off and to live on look in Nod, the land of Nod, east of Eden. Okay, I'm back. God is going to be okay. When Seth grew up, he had a son and named him Enosh. At that time, people first began to worship the Lord by name. Okay, listen. So Cain slew Abel. He lied about it. Then he thought he was somebody was just gonna kill him. No, you gonna have to suffer this out, my boy. You gonna have to suffer this out. And now, then we had Seth, and that's a replacement for Abel. So now we finna read about the descendants of Adam, the descent. This is the part I'm gonna just tell y'all right now. If y'all didn't watch these other ones, I'm just tell y'all this is the part of the Bible we skip. Okay, we skip this, but it is some important, so I'm gonna go and read it. This one of them parts of the Bible that you start skipping when they start. It's gonna be some more when we get to like numbers, and it's not gonna make sense. You're gonna be like, why do I even care that it's 4,363 people and 17 people in? But it all makes sense if you actually do the research. But this is one of them parts of the Bibles that we skip. We don't be reading all of this, but I'm gonna read it. The descendants of Adam. This is the written account of the descendants of Adam. And it's because it's boring. I mean, why y'all couldn't just do like a family tree? I feel like y'all could have put some pictures in the Bible. That might have made it a little interesting. Who the people them who wrote the Bible them? Next time, don't nobody care. This ain't come back. I'm sorry. When God, I be bored when I start reading this part of the Bible. Like, okay. When God created human beings, he made them to be like himself. He created them male and female, and he blessed them and called them human. When Adam was 130 years old, he became the father of a son who was just like him in his very image. He named his son Seth. After the birth of Seth, Adam lived another 800 years and he had other sons and daughters. Adam lived 930 years and then he died. When Seth was 105 years old, he became the father of Enosh. After the birth of Enosh, Seth lived another 807 years and he had other sons and daughters. Seth lived 912 years and then he died. Now, this is significant because people them used to live a long time, but God gonna fix that in just a second. When Enosh was 90 years old, he became the father of Kenan. After the birth of Kenan, Enosh lived another 815 years and he had other sons and daughters. Enosh lived 905 years and then he died. When Kenan was 70 years old, he became the father of Mahalalel. After the birth of Mahalalel, Kenan lived another 840 years and he had other sons and daughters. Kenan lived 910 years and then he died. When Mahalalel was 65 years old, he became the father of Jared. After the birth of Jared, that was easy. Hey, Jared. Mahalalel lived another 830 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Mahalalel lived 895 years, and then he died. When Jared was 162, why y'all couldn't just stick with names like that? 2 syllables, boom, got it. Just saying, Enoch, Enosh, we good with that. Y'all should have just stuck with that pattern. After the birth of Enoch, Jared lived another 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Jared lived 962 years when he died. When Enoch was 65 years old, he became the father of Methuselah. That's where old as Methuselah came in. After the birth of Methuselah, Enoch, who is important, of course, Enoch lived in close fellowship with God for another 300 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Enoch lived 365 years walking in close fellowship with God. Then one day he disappeared because God took him. Don't nobody know what happened to Enoch, but you know, in scriptures and stuff that they say Enoch wrote, God just took him. Don't nobody know where he went. He just went on with the Lord. Kind of like how they don't know where Moses was buried for real. Anyway, I'm back. So God took him, he disappeared, and then that was it. When Methuselah was 187 years old, he became the father of Lamech. After the birth of Lamech, Methuselah lived another 782 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Methuselah lived 969 years, and then he died. I'm pretty sure that Methuselah is the oldest one that is mentioned right here. That's why we say old as Methuselah. Okay. When Lamech was 182 years old, he became the father of a son. Lamech named his son Noah, for he said, may he bring us relief from our work and the painful labor of farming this ground that the Lord has cursed. Why? Is y'all fault? It's your fault. You up there killing folks, your granddaddy, grandpappy, whoever he was, he killing people near him, child, and then y'all want some relief. Noah brought it all right. Noah came. We finna talk about that tomorrow. After the birth of Noah, Lamech lived another 595 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Lamech lived 777 years, and then he died. See, God said, nope. He said, look, if they was going to punish Cain 7 times, I'm going to be punished 77 times, 777. You better know it. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And that is Genesis chapter 5. Oh, it's just so much going on here. It's just so much going on. Okay, I'm back. Yes, child, you was in the Bible. Okay, you was in the Bible. Hey, Jamila Lim. Hey, Honey Wanted. Now listen. You know, couldn't nobody get it right? Nobody. You know, the Bible is a story of how nobody, I mean, you people, you know, we start off good sometimes and then we just go left. Y'all have experience. Everybody start off good and then they just go left. Why they get beside themselves, Lord? What they did? How? What? What? Can nobody do right? It was 50 of y'all. 50 because this is a lot of sons and daughters and more sons and daughters and more sons. Y'all know now by this time it's a whole gaggle of everybody. It's a bunch of people named, and could nobody do right? What y'all was doing? What y'all was doing, child, that the whole world was corrupt. We ain't even got there yet. But see, I be reading the Bible, y'all, and and this is how when I first started reading the Bible, I was like, child, let me see what happened next. And so then I went on because the next chapter literally says a world gone wrong. Then the people began to multiply on the earth, and daughters were born to them. And child, then the angels named and came. See, that oh, I wasn't even supposed to go there yet, was it? Because now we finna talk about how the people, remember we talked about God's army, right? His generals and the people near him and his army, they up there, now they looking down here at the little human people near him and they beautiful. Now you want to go and start doing, child, everybody couldn't know, but God ain't had no right help. I'm gonna just help the Lord. Y'all reckon, I probably would have just, I don't know. What you, just curiosity, ancestor spirit names, just out of curiosity. What? Now I know we have a lot of temptations, right? Now, and on earth, we have temptations now. Y'all, what y'all reckon? What y'all reckon they was tempted with back then? I'm just saying, what y'all reckon that they had? Because if you think about that time, right? That time on earth, they didn't have none. They didn't have like casinos. Like they didn't have like I'm sure they didn't have a lot of. What you reckon was so tempting for them to make them? Could y'all? I just can't even imagine it. We got temptations down here. You know, it be stuff that we see. What y'all reckon? I ain't trying to talk about y'all. I'm just saying that it like. I mean, I imagine the Bible don't talk about it, but the wheel was created. What y'all was like envious of like wagons, or did y'all have them yet? I don't think they had those yet. Did they have them yet? Like what were we? What was what? What y'all was? Y'all didn't have like? Did y'all see people and you be like, oh, they have a better plow than me, or like what y'all reckon? This is a y'all. I'm serious, y'all. What y'all? What y'all think they was looking at and they said, I'm envious of the what? Like what did they? Y'all don't think about that kind of stuff. Like what, what y'all was, what you was mad about? Y'all don't. We ain't. Is we is in a different lifetime. Y'all didn't have this stuff. So what were y'all fighting about? What were you fighting to have control over? Couldn't have been nothing but land. But all the land had to look the same. Y'all was in the same place. Was it the cows? Y'all had sheep. Y'all was mad about the sheep. Why you just couldn't buy you some good sheep and then breed you some good sheep? I don't know. I couldn't have lived back then. This is just my personal opinion. I don't think I would have made it. I don't think. I don't feel like that. I think you knew to make us on this at this time. Yes, Dad. I think you knew to leave us because the way life set up, I wouldn't have made it back then. They'd have had. I wouldn't have made it. Mm. Mm. Thank you. Y'all just show some gratitude. Look, y'all show some gratitude. Bigger barns. Y'all know I can't see. Bigger barns than him, or more livestock. Better quality than. Better. Pretty. Not pretty ankles, child. I'm just trying to figure out what they had. What was it? Y'all wasn't advanced enough. Like y'all was like an axe. Was there somebody's axe sharper than yours? Like y'all, they didn't have the things we have now to really. What were you coveting? What were you? Why y'all just was in disarray? Did y'all have alcohol back then? I reckon y'all did, huh? Because Noah got drunk. So I guess y'all did. So y'all had somebody had better spirits, alcohol or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm back. Just I'm just saying. I don't know what they had. But I don't think I would have wanted none of it, but I don't know because we wasn't back there in that time. God knew what he was doing. He knew not to put us back there. He knew. He knew he wasn't gonna make it. He left us. He brought us here. Yeah, you right. You thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Daddy. We appreciate you. Uh that's it, y'all. That's it. I want y'all, if you do nothing else, I want you to take the fact from this Bible study with you today that hatred, envy, jealousy, feeling like coveting another person's blessings. Cain was mad because he felt like the Lord was blessing him. Ain't that stuff that we talk about right now? I be talking about this in the messages, jealous spirits, monitoring, I mean, not my envious spirits, all of this, everything. That's why the Bible says there's literally nothing new under the sun. All of this started way forever ago, okay? Way forever ago. Cain was mad because the Lord blessed, was happy with Abel's blessing and not his. Now I'm jealous. Now I'm mad. Now I'm going to go put my hand against my brother. And it's the same stuff we deal with now. Instead of just being like, okay, well, instead of being inspired, people get jealous. Instead of being motivated, people get in their feelings. And it's kind of like, well, listen, why you couldn't just go to your brother and be like, listen, what can I do? Why you couldn't just go talk to God? God, what can I do? Why didn't you accept my blessing? But see, we were born with sin. Right? We were born with sin. God knew that. Why? Because his mom and daddy ate the fruit of the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. So you can't have one without the other. So the thing is that cycle had to be perpetuated. This is why when we talk about heart posture, one of the things that's why God is so, since like he beyond that, like you got to have the right heart posture because he knows what's in your heart. Message. That's why God know my heart. This is why he does so much work on your heart and making sure your heart is in alignment with him, his will, with righteousness, with good. And this is the thing. We're all born. It ain't a single person except for Jesus, of course, that's on this earth that wasn't born with sin. Jesus is the only person who was not. And so this is why we have to make sure we get our heart and our spirituals in order, because it's easy for sin to win, right? That's why this is something that we constantly have to work on. We constantly have to make sure that we are putting like energy into keeping our heart posture right on the Lord, keeping our mind right, because you can feel something. Your feelings are what are going to control your actions, which is why when you're angry, don't do stuff when you're angry. Don't do stuff when you're mad. Don't do stuff when you're upset. Don't do things when you're in your feelings, because you may later come to regret those like you're gonna have consequences behind that. Wait till you get your energy right, your mind right, your heart right. Wait till you get out of your feelings before you make an impulsive decision, and then you can wait, because once it's done, it's done. You can't do nothing about it. Okay. People always find something to be envious about. People shouldn't look at what others have as more or that they lacking. True story. Y'all, the one thing that I will say, I don't look at anybody and feel jealous or envious or be in my feelings. If I see somebody that has something that I want, how do I get it? God, give me the wisdom to get the same thing. And get inspired to how can I have that? What did they have to do? Because they had to do some work. It wasn't just given to them. They had to do some work. They had to do something. They had to talk to God. They had to get wisdom in order to build it. So what can I do to put myself in alignment for that? How am I going to get this beach house? I know that it's possible because I see these other people out here that have beach houses. How am I going to get my dream car? How am I going to build a business? Well, you go and find out how people build businesses. You go and find out how you start getting real estate. You go and find out how to become an investor. You go and find out how you can do these different things. And then you build and you ask God to give you the strength, the wisdom, and the courage to have those things. Give me the wisdom to create wealth. Don't give me the money because you being splurged it if your heart's not right, if you don't have yourself in alignment with God's will for your life, that we talked about, you're not gonna do the right things with your money. So give me the wisdom, so that way, let's say you build it and you lose everything, right? Even if I lost everything, let's say you had $1 million and you invested 999,000 in the stock market, and boop, stock market flops, and then all of a sudden you broke again. Guess what? You have the wisdom to get it back, because now you can build. On the flip side of that, you have relationships. You start to cultivate relationships with people who will also of good character, people who know what kind of person that you are, who are willing to say, I know you're going to do whatever it takes to get yourself back together. And that's something that we're also doing here, right? Besides, so all of these things come through as revelation as you're reading the Bible. You start learning the importance of not being envious, not being jealous, and having good relationships, having a good heart posture. Don't get jealous, get inspired. Don't get jealous, get motivated. Right. So this the kind of stuff that be coming to me when I'm reading the word. They had some moo that was really sexy because they was popping out. Period. Okay. So that's it, y'all. That's it for Genesis chapter 4 and 5. Um, you can read it on your own time. You can, whatever revelation you get from it. But these are things that God is, as I continue to read the Bible and he sends me to different places like this. It's from the very beginning, y'all. The very beginning of these stories is what shows us the same stuff that we're still dealing with now. The same things, whether it's in families. This is a family. We're starting off talking about families. We're not even talking about people outside of your family. So, oh, come on, Lord. So this is when we talk about your family gonna feel some type of way, some type of way about you. Look at the beginning of the Bible. This is the beginning of sibling rivalry, of your family feeling envious, jealous of something that you have or what you're doing, or you being more favored. Or so nothing that we experience in life is new. Nothing at all. It's just going to continue to be the same cycle over and over and over, y'all, over and over and over, all the way down to us, which is why these are our ancestors. We're just learning the stories of our ancestors in hopes that if we see it enough times, we'll finally say, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to pass these things down to my children. Let's break these generational curses. Let's stop these things from happening because it's literally gone on from the beginning of time. Just saying, it's not new. We just have to be the ones, and because we're here, we're choosing to stop these cycles. We're choosing to stop these patterns. We're choosing to say, no, I'm going to end this because enough is enough. And once you break a cycle, then it's less likely that it's going to be passed on, unless you, like, especially if you have younger children, y'all, we got to stop now, right? But then most people are not picking up the Bible. No, most people are not learning where all of this comes from or why we have these types of issues. And so the agenda just keeps being pushed. So anyway, that's it, y'all. Come on, 1743. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. That's it, y'all. I don't even know what we talking about tomorrow. Oh, child, the world finna end. God, he said I done made the little people them and they done just went cray cray. They done just went cray cray down there. All the people them, sons and daughters and more sons and daughters, and now everybody that went crazy. Now what I'm gonna do, the whole world is populated with folks who is just all over the place. They evil, they doing the wrong things. Now what we gonna do? So we gonna talk, we finna see God, he like, what did I do? All of this because they wouldn't do, but he already knew. He knew. That's why, see, love y'all answers them. Y'all should have just stayed yourself from that tree. Just messed it up. We still in our feelings about them. I'm telling you. One job. Just saying, all y'all had to do was just be fruitful and multiply and stay away from the tree. And now look what we got to anyway. I'm now we go periodically we gonna return back to y'all. We gonna return back because y'all done did the whole most. Hmm. Just saying, and you passed it down. Where was y'all antennas when Cain was up? You know what? Let me just leave them over there where they at. And the rest of y'all little ancestors don't even come this way. That's why we didn't mention y'all. Y'all done had y'all little 5 seconds of fame, and that's it. Y'all done. It's a wrap. Anyway, that's it, y'all. That is it. We will be on day 4 tomorrow. Chapter 5 and 6 we'll be doing tomorrow. But that's a great question. Where was Adam and Eve? Child, where was they antennas? I don't know, child. I don't know where they was, and I don't know what they had going on, but I know they getting on my nervous system every time I think about it. Got it. So I can't wait. We gonna when we get up there when we get there we gonna ask them. I'm gonna ask them. Y'all might as well be ready, cause baby, y'all gonna have to take we look we yeah, I'm just y'all just hold me. They gonna have to hold me back, child, because I'm just can't even deal with Adam and Eve now. I'm gonna have to ask them when I get up there, child. Anyway, yeah, some answers. We need some answers. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, that's it, y'all. We finna start. This the part. It really is sad. Like as we get to this part, because I know I can't even imagine how God felt. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally gave them everything. He made them in his image, in his perfect image, and said, "You could. This is just amazing." And this is my own personal belief. You don't have to agree with this, but I don't feel like this is the first time that he tried. I feel like God tried multiple times, and this is my own conversations with God. But I feel like he tried this with his army, with the people, with the beings, the little gods, if you will, little g gods, however you want to say that. It's a whole nother discussion, but you got to know we gonna talk about it in the Bible. This is how you know that God created other gods, because he literally says all the time, "You will serve no other gods but me." So we know that there are other gods in the Bible. It's why we differentiate big G, little g. It's where all these other quote unquote gods come from. The people that we hear about, Greek mythology, Apollo, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, all of these things, all these deities, all these people are I'm gonna say, I don't want to call them gods, because to me, God is God. So I look at them as deities, or whatever you want to say. God created them and gave them rule over specific things, but there's some of them who got out of control. Hence, us having stories of people getting out of control, wanting more power. Just that's why I feel like personally he tried that first with them, which is why they had like eternal life and just different things. But just my opinion in conversations with God, which is why we know about them. God created them. The creator God, he created them and he created them, but he also realized, just like the angels, he also realized that they had a lot of power. He didn't create them in his image. I personally believe he created them and gave them rule over certain things, but they were not able to create. They had gifts, they had abilities, they had powers, they had things that they could do, they had things that they ruled over, but they were not the creator. He was the creator God. Just my beliefs. Some of them got power hungry, got out of control, wanted more than what God had given them. So that's just me. Let's see how powerful everything can be, not just one, but the whole family, period. Right? That's just my belief. God knows what he created. The creation came from the creator. Absolutely. But then, just as we know with the enemy, you want more. You want power. You want the power that the creator has. And so what you get, just like you get mad, you don't get your way, you get an attitude, you get in your feelings when you don't get your way. I feel like those little children of the Lord be throwing temper tantrums. That's how I feel. Like they throw temper tantrums. You don't get your way. You like, okay, so I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna do this, kind of like Cain did, right? You mad now? You done threw a temper tantrum, so you gonna go kill your brother? Like it's crazy stuff, y'all. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. So anyway, that's just my opinion on it. Like God created other beings, but I feel like when he said he made them in his image, like that's literally how he made us, in his image. I feel like he gave power, which is why I don't feel like he gave like those powers to humans per se, because he had already given those. He gave them, of course, in Jesus, but And then Jesus gave the ability to those people to, remove spirits and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's conversation for another day. That's conversation for another day. So anyway, that's it, y'all. Yes, when we were praying at night, we thank God, and then the gods and goddesses. Yeah, right. Like you can think like whoever you subscribe to, I don't pass judgment. So whoever you subscribe to, there is one creator God. Period. Like that's just it for me. I'm not, it's not, and now, gosh, I want to if that's another conversation. Some people, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow because we finna go for today. Some people, I saw this yesterday, right? It was in a post, and I think it was like, and this was a matter of fact, it was when I saw the video about the pastor, and I think it was like Charlemagne the God. I don't know. I think is that his name, Charlemagne, Charlemagne the God. I think he's like See the God or something on Instagram. And that's where I saw the video, matter of fact, because he made a video and he was like, let's discuss. That's the exact, thank y'all. That is where I saw it. And so, but he referred to God as a she. This is a whole nother conversation, y'all. This is a whole nother conversation. God and I talked about this last night. True story. He referred to God as a she. And so God and I have had this talk. And again, my personal opinion. Okay. For one, everybody should know this. If you, and then this is again, my opinion. I'm not asking for agreement because it's my opinion. God is not a man. God is not a woman. Okay. God is God. God is the creator. God was not, he is man and woman. He is, I am that I am. I do believe that God is for us what you need in this lifetime. What do you mean, Touche? I didn't grow up like from childhood. The thing that I was lacking was a father figure, someone, a father. So it's much easier for me to subscribe to God the Father versus God the Mother. Exactly. Just like the archangels. For some people, Archangel Uriel would show up as a man, but for me, she showed up as a woman. Why? Because she's all about wisdom and knowledge and creativity, the divine feminine aspect. Anybody who sit up here and try to say the Bible was written, this is a whole nother conversation, y'all. This is a whole nother conversation. Me and God, we talked about this last night. Why do you think that divination why do you think the Bible says that divination and they treated diviners as like witches? Or why do you think that they try to exclude that? You do realize, all of you do know that there's only two women chapters in the Bible, the book of Ruth and the book of Esther. Why is that? Because the Bible was written by men. The divine feminine energy, Lady Wisdom, if you will, they could not talk about Lady Wisdom. They couldn't call the Holy Spirit the divine feminine versus Jesus the divine masculine, because that would create controversy. This is a whole nother story for a whole nother day, but this is the talk that Padre God and I had last night. So God, I feel that God shows up for you in whatever you are going to be lacking in that lifetime. In this lifetime, I lacked a divine masculine in my life to treat me and show me the way, because God treats me, because that's why it's so easy for me. It's daddy. He's my father. But I also understand the divine, the mother father God, the mother part of God. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know if it makes sense. So I think that it shows up and different people can subscribe in different ways depending on what it is that you were coming into this lifetime lacking. And yeah, people gonna be like, "Oh, that's blasphemy." You say what you want to say, but if you sit up here and try to say that God is nothing but a man, then you are cray cray and you out your mind. There's no way. There's no way that God was not just a man. God is what you need him or her to be. So that's why I don't judge. I'm not here to debate it. What I needed in this lifetime is a father. So for me, God is the father. Period. That's it. So, but just something to think about. Just something to think about, right? I just feel like God shows up for us in what we need in this lifetime. I needed him to be a father for me in this lifetime. Maybe in another lifetime, it was God. And also, if you do your literature, you would also find that at one point, if you do your research, you'll actually see that it was actually matriarchal and then it switched to patriarchal, which is when the Bible was written. And now it's almost like a swing back into the matriarchal because the patriarchal, the action oriented, the divine masculine has gotten our world to where we are now. It's all about what you believe. I'm just saying. It's in the word. When your mother and father forsake you, God is there. I'm just saying, just my opinion. The Bible was written by men, so of course they are not going to give women. I am a woman. I don't need. I feel like, well, I feel like when you're born into, if you're whatever you were born, whatever blueprint you were born with, that's what the opposite is what you need more of. Does that make sense? It's why men don't understand women and women don't understand men because we were born with different blueprints. So me as a woman, I know the divine feminine because I already have the blueprint for that versus I don't know the divine masculine, right? But that's deeper. That's a deep conversation. So just saying, just depends on how it's just different levels of perspective that you know, as you have deeper conversations with God. And trust me, I have. Okay, this is what I do every single day as I sit up and as God continues to show me different wisdom, insight as he pours things into me. You have to be able to have, like, you have to see beyond, y'all. Like, we can't put God in a box and say he's just a man or she's just a woman, whatever you subscribe to. In this lifetime for me, God is a man. Okay, I'm saying that he is the father and that's it. But I don't care what anybody else, how anybody else feels, you know. Ultimately I am that I am, and the creator is both man and woman. So anyway. Yes, we are children of the creator. So I think it's whatever you need. Okay. To keep women suppressed, yes, that would be a great time. Yeah, it's deep. And I didn't really want, we talked about it yesterday, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna say anything. But we have to be expansive, y'all. And I think as you come into different levels of awareness with God, you will be exposed and have more knowledge and information that you'll receive. um and this is just what I'm being shown, right? My inner wisdom, the lady wisdom, as it talks about, of course, in Proverbs, okay, because Proverbs is set up into three different parts, and lady wisdom is referred to in there. That is your intuition. She's like, and if you read Proverbs, it talks about she's always been there. We talked about, like, lady wisdom has always been there, just like Jesus has always been there. The angels, they've always been there. It's just about how you look at things, okay? Anyway, we all come from somewhere, but the apple don't fall that far, as my father said. But free child, listen. Anyway, that's it, y'all. That's it. Tomorrow, day 4 of our 30-day challenge, we will be doing, I want to go sit by the fire on the beach. We will be doing chapters 5 and 6. Chapters 5 and 6. I still got to write it out and see how many days we're going to do 2 chapters, just so that we can make sure that we get all the way through the Bible. Y'all make sure you go get your own revelation, your own clarity. Chop it up with Padre God. Meditate on the word day and night. Okay, day and night. That's it. I love y'all in real life. Y'all hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and amazing evening in purpose and on purpose. And I will see y'all in the morning for this morning's message. Child, I can't wait to see what Padre God gonna talk about. Cause every time, cause me and him be chopping it up about this very kind of stuff. I'll be like, okay, Lord, how you think I did today, Daddy? Like, how you want to show me? What do you want to bring in? Right. As this is something he's introducing to me and something that new that he has me doing in a new way that he has me showing up. Anyway, y'all have a great, amazing night. I will see y'all in the morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. Hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude. I will see y'all in the morning. Love y'all in real life. Bye, y'all.